Yeah, hello, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. The tank I am playing is a Panzer IVc. This is a German Tier 5 tank destroyer. The map is Wide Park. I prefer to play on the southern team for this map. And the reason why is because I usually go to the bridge area and I shoot under the bridge. I snipe at the tanks under the bridge. I find a bush to hide in where I can shoot without being spotted. And the way to do that is you want to make sure you're behind the bush so that the muzzle flash isn't visible. And I tried to find a spot over here. I wasn't happy, and I didn't see any targets. You know, there's a light tank that just drove by. I didn't even get a shot at him. So it didn't work out here. But what you're going to notice is that that light tank, he went up over here to the rail line. Can't really see it. But there he is. And what he's going to do is he's going to run behind this rail line to try and spot tanks. Let's see how it works out. So as you can see, you're not invincible being behind the rail line. People can absolutely take shots at you. And he almost died. It almost cost him his life. I do want to apologize. I haven't played the game in like 6 months, and I don't have my equipment with me, which is why the audio quality is not very good. So now if you look at the mini-map, you'll notice that there's two tanks lined up with my gun. The heavy tank and the light tank. And if you look at the mini-map, you can see that one of the heavy tanks is very far away, but he's behind buildings, so I can't shoot at him. The other one is not behind buildings, however, I can't shoot through the columns. So you want to use your mini-map to see the position of the tank. You're going to see later in the game where I was aiming at a tank that was behind a building, and I didn't realize it because I wasn't paying attention to the mini-map. Now, the enemy team did not take control of the rail line. This was a mistake on their part, which I'm going to take advantage of. As you can see right now, I can go up here very freely. This tank is very quick and very mobile, so it's better to go around hunting with this tank rather than sitting back and camping. This tank is a very fast tank with a powerful gun and a fast aim time. It has very thin armor. But if you know how to hide, and you know how to take advantage of speed, you know how to hide, you know how to run, hide in the bushes, hide behind buildings, then you can go anywhere you want on the map with this tank. But pretty much everyone's going to be able to penetrate you. So in terms of taking damage, you don't want to get hit. Anybody that shoots at your tank is going to penetrate. Now you'll notice that this tank here, I'm looking to get a shot on this tank. However, if you look at the mini-map, you'll notice he's behind a building. And I wasted a couple of seconds aiming at this tank where I can't get a shot in. So now I went for this other tank. You'll notice that I use the auto aim. A lot of people don't, and a lot of people criticize me. Those people are absolutely wrong. You can look at the EXP in my game. I have very high EXP, double the people that complain about me. And the reason why is because I'm very skilled at using the auto aim. Almost every tank in this game I can penetrate with my gun. So it doesn't matter if you use the auto aim or if you shoot manually. I only shoot manually if I think I can't penetrate. Using the auto aim lets me shoot faster. When you have to do the sharpshooter mode, you have to waste a split second or a second aiming, and with the auto aim I don't have to do that. Number two, with a tank destroyer, the tank will spin to the exact perfect position to fire at that tank. Number three, I can destroy any of these tanks. And number four, while I'm using the auto aim, I can look at the mini map, and I can reverse and look at what's behind me, and I can look at my next target. Those are the things that I'm doing while I'm playing. There was a game where I was driving backwards. No, I was driving forwards through a river, and it was a dry river. The map is not in the game anymore. It was a winter ice river, and I was going fast and was winding around while I was shooting at the tank behind me. And in order to do that, you have to look forward to drive, back to shoot, forward to drive, back to shoot, forward to drive, back to shoot, forward to drive, and you cannot do that with the sharpshooter mode. So auto aim is very important. I also use it at long distance to aim more rapidly at the center of the tank. There's people that will tell you that you should aim for the weakest point. There's 2 points on the tank, well actually 3 points or 4 points that almost nobody shoots at that are very strategic. One is to hit the track. Number 2 is to hit the engine. If you hit the engine, you can set the tank on fire and destroy it in one shot. That's a very strategic shot. Number 3 is to hit the gun. I aim for the gun all the time, and the reason why is if you damage the gun, the enemy tank can't fire. You'll see me with a tier 8 going up against a tier 10 tank, and I aim directly for the gun to try and knock the gun out. The 4th one is called the collar. The auto aim aims directly at the collar of the tank. If you hit the collar, he can't turn the turret, which is also very good because then he can't shoot at you. Okay, so this tank is going to get finished off. While I'm reloading, you're going to see that my ally unfortunately nailed him before I got my shot in, which is sad because I could have had 5 or 6 kills in this game. You'll notice that that tank that I was wasting my time with is behind the building. The score is 8-5. There I have a ping or a miss, but he's going to be gone. So now the score is 9-5. We're domineering and dominating in this game. Now, in this type of a case, if you want to kill, you have to chase the enemy down. Because, number 1, your allies are going to be swarming on the remaining tanks, and number 2, when the enemy is outnumbered, they tend to run and hide. So you have to learn to chase after those last few tanks. I've got 1 kill right now, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks left. I'm going to kill 3 more tanks. And I'm going to get shots on at least 1 or 2 more. So that's why it's important to chase the enemy down. And this is absolutely one of the tanks to do it with. So you can see we lost one of the tanks because I was hesitating a little bit, which allowed my ally to go in and get that guy. He got 2 tanks that I could have killed. I was a little slow. I will say that it was very unlikely that I would have killed both of those tanks. But if I had been a little faster, I could have killed the tank that was right there. Okay, so I took out that artillery. I only let it aim halfway. I did not let it aim all the way. This does aim quickly, but I didn't want my allies to get the shot in. Now over here, we don't know where the remaining tanks are, and we have nobody in the southeast corner, but I know that the artillery likes to hide behind these buildings, and I noticed that there was an artillery left in the game. So on a hunch, I went back here, but unfortunately I did not find anything. Now you'll see that there's a tank here. I took a wild shot, and the reason why, there's people that don't do it. The reason why is I'd rather take a chance at hitting that tank than worry about the statistics of missing the shot or not having full accuracy. It's better to take the shot. So let's keep on moving. Now here's a situation where I'm ready to fire. I'm at the beginning of aiming, and there will be some people who will say that you should aim fully before you take your shot, and it's not true. It has to do with a combination of your reload time and your aim time. I'm going to use an example. Let's say it takes 3 seconds to aim fully and it takes 3 seconds to reload. That means that I can fire a shot unaimed with low accuracy, and then while I wait the 3 seconds for it to aim, I'll be reloading for 3 seconds. So then I'll take my second shot fully aimed. So I'm going to get 2 shots in. The people who wait to fully aim would only get 1 shot in. So I believe I let it aim in a little bit because he isn't that far away, but it's a good idea. There's a little number that says 169 meters. It's a good idea to know how far away you are in terms of your aim to make the decision as to when you shoot it or not. Now, if you watch the tank Azumat, what he's going to do is he's heading straight for that Hetzer or whatever it is, and he's going very quickly. So there's a risk that I might hit him, and I think I held my shot because of it. So you can see that the green triangle went away. I wasn't sure if because an ally got in the way. Obviously there's a dead tank there, so I had to go into the sharpshooter mode in order to get a shot in without risking hitting an ally or the dead tank there. And obviously I had 2 allies right there, so I was lucky to get that shot in. I got 4 kills. The map is Wide Park. The tank is a Panzer 4C. It's a German tank destroyer. Now, if you watch some of my earlier videos, you'll hear me say I hate tank destroyers. I did used to hate tank destroyers. Now I absolutely love them. I've learned how to play them. The reason why I learned to play them is because I have like 7 German tank destroyers. At least 5 of which are... I have owned all the premium German tank destroyers. There's at least 5 or 6 of them, I don't remember. And the reason why I did that is because I level up my crew very quickly. In 1 month on my third or fourth skill, I went from 0 to like 90% or something like that. So in a few games, I'm going to be on the 4th skill, and I take the loaders and turn them into commanders for my other tanks. So I highly recommend getting as many tanks as possible, like American light tanks, or there's some lines of heavy tanks. The German tank destroyers is one of the best options, and use it to level up your crew. And playing premium tanks is awesome. It's totally worth it. I love playing premium tanks. You don't lose as much money. You get better matchmaking. You can use the premium gold rounds, as they call it, which only give you like a 10% or 15% benefit. Okay, so that's today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.